Treble, consisting of three parts, threefold. A spilled chai tea latte and a swipe to the right throws Sadie headfirst into Hendrix and Novah's life. Although the couple has been polyam for almost their whole relationship, they have never been interested in the same person until now. Hendrix and Novah are not prepared for the heady, wondrous heat of the ride the three of them take. But they know one thing for sure: their life will never be the same. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back. And today might be a real quick episode. I'm not even going to be before you too long. So the book is called Treble by Rilzy Adams. I hope I'm saying her name right. I love the way it's spelled too. But yes, this was a polyam book between a married couple. So we are first introduced to Nova and Hendrix. They're actually having sex and they are getting down, honey. Um, and it's actually right before, is it Hendrix? Yeah, Hendrix has a date. And but she also has a date with her Hendrix called him her boyfriend. Now, like I said, they're a married couple, but they are polyam. So he's going to meet somebody new, and she is actually breaking up with the person that she's dating because although Nova, she tells all of her partners from the beginning, like, I'm polyam, me and my husband have an open relationship, and although we can date, it'll never be like a whole. Should I say a whole relationship? No, because they have like boyfriend and girlfriend, so those are separate relationships. But like, please just know this is my husband. He's not going anywhere, basically. Um, but she gets the vibe that the guy that she's seeing, like, he don't understand that, and it seems like he's becoming like a little possessive and trying to basically get her to leave her husband, and he's real jealous. And Hendrix, his thing is he doesn't tell the women before they meet, like face to face, because he says that he likes to meet them first in person and then explain and then like see their face and answer any questions they would have. But Nova tells him all the time, like, if you actually told them while y'all were just chatting online or whatever dating app you're using, that would save you a lot of time. And which, of course, when he goes on his date, Nova is right once again because the woman, she's beautiful, she's happy to see him, but as soon as she sees that ring on his finger, she's like, most married men take off the ring before they cheat. And so he laughs and she's like, you think that's funny? Like, why would you meet with me and you're married? So then he has to go into the whole, well, me and my wife do this and we're poly and da 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 da. And the lady, like, she's looking at him and she's getting ready to leave, but she's like, no, I'm gonna stay on the date just for educational purposes. And so they have a conversation, he's explaining everything, but still at the end she tells him, I'm not okay with that, which is perfectly fine. It's like everybody has their preferences, but the one thing that gets on my nerves is whichever side you're on, you're always looking at the other side like, ugh, that can never be me. Because if you're in a monogamous relationship, like, I'm not sharing my spouse with anybody, like, you're stupid. Why would I do, like doing all of that? And then all the poly people are always saying, you're not meant to be with just one person. And, there's so much love to give to other people. And it's just like, whichever side you're on, because they both get on my nerves. Because it's like, whatever you like, just enjoy what you like instead of like shitting on the other, like whatever people are into. It's like, mind your goddamn business and let that be that. So, and he offered anyway to come home early because it's like, oh, you finna break up with your boyfriend, we can cuddle tonight, baby, no problem. And she's like, nah, it ain't really that deep. But When she do go on her date to break up with her boyfriend, he pulled some bitch shit, like calling her pass around, like that's why your husband pimping you out or just letting you out like that. And it's just like, you a bitch. And so then we're introduced to Sadie. And Sadie is out on a date with this man who is boring. So terrible. And so at the end, she ended up getting up, walking out, ordering herself an Uber because it's like, I can't stay here one more minute with you listening to you talk like this and act like this. So, and then she's like, just to be on the safe side for herself, she starts walking up the street and decides that she's going to wait inside of a Starbucks just in case he want to come out and get to acting crazy, because it's just like, you don't pay for this dinner and then you don't get nothing at the end because she don't walked out on you, because he that type of dude. So as soon as she walked in the door, because she on the phone with her friend, not paying attention to what she doing, she bumps into somebody, making them spill their tea, or spill their drink because they don't know what it is. So of course this is Nova, and she's pissed and she's like, God damn it, I barely took a sip out of this tea. This is what she thinks to herself, and somebody that made me drop it. And she ready to go off until she get a good look at our good sis Sadie. And Sadie is what is it? She's a brick. Out. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. Cause she got her little dress on, her little black dress. She got her boots on. Baby is fine. And Nova is lusting, honey, because she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't watching where I was going. I really just had this horrible date. And, let me buy you another drink to replace the one I just spilled. And Noble get her back on. She's like, yeah, why don't you do that? Tell me all about that horrible date you just left out on, baby. Like, it's like, oh shit. So Sadie like, well, let me cancel this Uber and we could do that. So, of course Sadie see Nova's big ass wedding ring on her finger. So she like, oh, I peep game. And Nova, like, she don't hide Hendrix. She tell her all about him, but she don't tell Sadie that they're poly or that she's even bisexual like that. They just really two girls hanging out together, chilling. And I forgot, Nova is a photographer. Uh, Hendrix has a 9 to 5, and what does Sadie do? I forgot what Sadie does, but she's kind of like a artist as well. I forgot. Um, so then it's like she's happy with that, and then Hendrix is he's been talking to somebody online, and he's really feeling the girl. He's like, I think this just might be the one this time. And he come home telling Nova, but she want to meet you. Like, she ain't had no problem with the poly thing, but she says she wants to meet you. And he asks, I mean, not he, she also asks for him to bring a picture, of them married, I guess, like at the wedding. Cause he's like, she was like, what did Nova say? She was like, what? She thinks you just gonna grab somebody off the street and ask them to come in and pretend to be your wife. And it's like, niggas have done crazier things. Niggas are fucking insane, man. So she's like, oh, I like her already, but sure, I have no problem doing this. So, because she's going by a different name. I forgot what the name was because it really didn't matter. So when they get to the restaurant, Hendrix and Nova are already there. But when Sadie walks in the door, it's only Hendrix at the table. She's like, where's your wife? And he's like, she'll be here soon. Don't worry about it. And so she orders a drink, and then he orders like another drink, and she's like, is that drink for your imaginary wife? And he like, man, calm down. She's just in the bathroom. She'll be right back because she's already had like 3 drinks already because she's, excited to meet you. So when Nova comes back to the bathroom, surprise, surprise, it's Sadie. And she's like, Sadie? And he's like, hold on, I thought your name was such and such. She was like, no, my name is actually Sadie, but you can never be too careful meeting people online. So I always give a different name. And it's like, okay, cool, that's smart, that's smart. So, and he's like, oh, this the one you got a crush on. And she like, hold on, wait a minute. And this is different for them because, like I've already said, yeah, they're poly, but they never date the same person. They go off and try to create their own little thing while still being very much in love and interactive with each other. And, they're have open communication. They're always talking. So there's no room for error in this situation between them. And so while they looking at her like, damn, so where does this leave us? And because Nova said something, but Sadie was like, I didn't put the two and two together. And, you never made it plain that you was bisexual or you was open to anything like this. Because, baby, you been throwing hints and I have too. And I've just been waiting for you because as soon as you gave me the green light, oh, I was zooming through that bitch. So, but she's like, oh, look like I got a 2-for-1 because I want both of y'all. So, what's up? And Hendrick and Nova, they like, we gonna talk about it and we'll get back to you. So they leaving out the place and Sadie kissed Nova. Then she turns to Hendrix, like, can I? Because she asks, which, we love consent. She like, can I kiss you? She kissed her. And then she turned to Hendrix, like, can I kiss you? And he kissed her, like, I got this. Back up. And then like they go on another date together because at first it was like, okay, we gonna talk about this, but they didn't even leave the parking lot. Like, do we need to talk about this? Because it seems like it's a go. So of course they have sex, and it's mind blowing, child. Uh, and then it's like, what he got up? He was 3 out, which I'm trying to figure out how he still had a job. I forgot what Hendrix did, but that morning after they all had sex together, it's like he went for a morning run. He went and picked up breakfast. They sat at the table talking, just having a good old time. And by the time he left out the door for work, he was 3 hours late. Like, sir, you might as well just call in. And how do you still have a job? I guess that's just up here because they like quick. No call, no show. You're fired. Thanks. Bye. Um, but yeah, so it's just a series of them going out on dates, getting closer. It's like I never felt like this before. I love how I am when I'm with both of them. The only little hiccup they had in this, and I wouldn't even call it that, but it's like she has a pre uh condition like right before she goes on her menstrual. It's like she get real dark thoughts. She's basically, it's better to stay away, and that's exactly what she did. Because it's like she was staying over every night with them basically, and then like these 4 days came and she was nowhere to be found for them. She pulled apart. So when she comes back, Hendrix is like, just want to let you know you ain't gotta lie. If you dating, you could let us know. But it was kind of said with like a little attitude. So she's like, hold on, pump the brakes. Like, really, I don't want nobody with y'all too, but this is what's going on. And so when she explained it, they're like, baby, you could have just said that. Like, that's what we here for. We here for you. So it's just like, oh, now I got support now. Yes. And so, they're like, baby, yeah, no, cut that out. You can still come over here and, we're going to be here with you through that and that'll be done. And so that was basically it. So, like I said, it's more dates, more sex, just, oof. Yes, it's us now. We a throuple. We in this. Um, and then, like, how does it end? Hendrix took them on a trip. Like, just, I'm in love. We in love now. It's a throuple, you know. So yeah, it was real cute. This was my first read by Risley. Excuse me, Lord. Sounded like I wonder if it's supposed to be like she's named after wine. But yeah, I I enjoyed it. I plan on reading more by her. But yeah, this Polly book, I was really here for it because I've downloaded a few other Polly books, and I hope they're as good as this because we all know how I feel about the Black Effect. I was like, child, why were y'all even together? And that's another thing. It was a just real quick because I used to follow like 3, 4 poly couples on YouTube, and I saw a few on Instagram, and not to say that they don't work because there's plenty monogamous couples that break, they stay breaking up all the time. But it's just like for y'all to be such strong advocates about this way of life and wanting to be a part of it, it's like, damn, why don't it ever work out for y'all? But and like I said, it's not for the whole community. Like these 3, 4 couples don't represent a whole community, but they were like the most popular, and it's just like y'all was lying. Like y'all weren't communicating at all. But that I guess that's how the internet is. I don't even know why I'm trying to act like I'm surprised because it's like y'all lie, say, "Oh, it's great over here. We doing real good," and then it don't be great and it don't be real good, and y'all just be lying just for likes. But anywho, yes, please go pick up Treble by Risley Adams. As always, the link is in the description, Lord. And I hope you like this episode, and I hope to see you back next week. Peace and blessings, my beautiful people.